This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted, as always, to be joined by WBC lightweight champion of the world, Devin Haney. How are you, Devin? Nice to see you.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
You're looking very well. I like the goatee. Is that some new facial hair that you've added?
You're trying to make my day right now. It's coming in. It's coming in.
Hey, you've still got a little bit of time before you catch up with me, but I like it. It's a nice move. I like it.
I'm on my way. I'll be there in a second. Give me a few years.
Okay, great. Let's get on with it. I understand you've got a load of people waiting to speak to you ahead of your fight with Jorge Linares. Let's get the boring questions out of the way first, champ. How's camp been going for this fight?
Camp has been great. As usual, it's no different than any other camps. Camp has been great. I've been training hard, and I look forward to, May 29th.
What's your training situation at the minute? I saw words attributed to your father, Bill Haney, of course, has been involved in your career so far, and he said that he's no longer training you anymore. Is he still involved with the training setup?
Yeah, no, he's 100%, my head coach, and we're ready to go.
Okay, talk to me about Jorge Linares. I'm sure you would have come across Jorge Linares around your around Las Vegas over the years. You've both been based out there for a number of years. What are you expecting from him?
I'm expecting for a good fight. Him to come in and give it his all. He's a warrior. He's one of the best. In boxing today. What is he? 3-time world champion. So I'm expecting a great fight.
Have you ever had any work with him in Vegas over the years?
Yeah, we sparred when I was about, I want to say like 17, 18 years old, here in Vegas. So yeah, we've been in the ring together.
What was that like?
I remember, Linares, I remember him being a good fighter, but I don't really remember the sparring too well. It was some years back, but I remember it being good work. I can't say anything bad about him at all.
Now, obviously, this is another experienced opponent, having boxed Yuriorkis Gamboa. Would you say this is your most dangerous fight so far as a professional?
Every fight is dangerous. I can't say, one fight is more dangerous than another because, you can't, first of all, you can't take no one lightly. Second of all, when you go in there, you take the chance of losing anytime you step into the ring. So every fight is dangerous.
I mentioned the fact that you boxed Yuriorkis Gamboa. I spoke to you before that fight. Also spoke to your promoter Eddie Hearn. You both told me that you were looking for that, that spectacular finish. Let's call it what it is. You didn't get that. You won damn near every round, but you didn't get that finish. Linares, we've seen stopped previously. Do you need to make a statement to get that stoppage against Linares here?
I mean, it's crazy that they still try to put this knockout thing on me when I'm fighting such a experienced fighter, someone who's been a 3-time world champion, been at the top level for so long, and a win within itself, they act like it wouldn't be enough.
What are you expecting from him on fight night? We've seen him up at 140. We see him go back up, and now he's come back down to 135. He looks good. He looks strong in all the training videos. What are you expecting from him?
I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. I know that he's going to go in there. He's going to bring it his all because this is a do or die type of fight for him. This is a make or break. So I know that he understands that this may be his last shot. So I'm expecting for him to put it all on the line. I don't know what type of fight he'll bring, but I know he's going to put it all on the line.
I'm sure you're not looking past May 29th, but obviously I have to ask, what's next for you? You're in one of the brightest divisions in boxing. The 135-pound division is on fire. Who do you want, Devin?
I know you're not looking past May 29th, but I'm going to ask you a question just so that you can look past May 29th. 100% focus is May 29th. We'll go from there.
Okay, nicely done. Now, I want to talk to you about Ryan Garcia. Now, I've spoke to you about Ryan Garcia for a number of months, years. We've been waiting to see that fight. Of course, we're not going to see that fight. He's pulled out from his bout with Javier Fortuna, citing anxiety and his mental well-being. Just your thoughts on that.
God bless. God bless him.
What happened with that fight originally? What's your version of events? We've seen various different versions of events in the media. We were expecting to see you two clash if you came past Gamboa and he came past Campbell. Why did we not see that?
I don't know. I mean, I could sit here, and say my take on it, and he could say his take. But at the end of the day, um, I'm fighting Jorge Linares right now, and my main focus is him. And no fights can happen. None of the big fights can happen if I don't make it past Jorge Linares. So that's my main focus.
Now, one of the fighters who has been calling your name out, Teofimo Lopez, I know that's a fight that you've been eyeing up as well in the past. He returns against George Kambosos Jr. on Triller. First and foremost, what do you make of those Triller shows, Devin?
um, I mean, they had some good fighters on there. They had Regis. Who was fought on there?
Steve Cunningham.
Yeah, they had Regis on there, and Steve Cunningham, and it was a good night of boxing.
What do you make of Jake Paul's emergence in boxing? You must have seen him around in Las Vegas at some point.
Yeah, I like Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul. I think that he's a good boxer. A lot of people are underestimating him, and I said this before that his boxing ability is a lot better than what a lot of people think. And I've seen him. I've seen him, put in the work and dedicated to the sport, and it's showing.
Now, what do you make of the kind of the YouTuber stuff? You boxed on KSI Logan Paul 2 undercard, obviously brought a mass amount of attention and appeal to it. What do you make of the kind of the new wave, the YouTuber boxing?
I mean, I said that it was good for boxing. When I was fighting on the Jake or Logan Paul KSI card, and a lot of people was acting like I was crazy because I was a boxer going on the undercard. But now we've seen it a lot more. So
going back to Teofimo Lopez, as I mentioned, he's boxing George Kambosos. How do you think he'll get on in that fight?
I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest, because it's really a fight that doesn't really intrigue me. I really could care less.
He's been talking about wanting to end your career recently. I thought that was quite a harsh statement.
Right. He can say that, but in reality, if he really wanted to end my career, we would be fighting.
Just want to ask you about how you are at the weight. We keep hearing over the years that you're going to move up to 140 and you might only have one more fight at lightweight, but yet you're still down there. You're defending your WBC lightweight title. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm like an old guy that's saying that he's gonna retire. And one more fight, I'm gonna retire. One more fight, I'm gonna retire. No, but we just gotta see. It's a lot of big fights to be made at 135, but I can't say that they're eager to get in the ring with me. So you may see me at 140 sooner than later.
Now, somebody we are going to see at 140 is Devontae Davis, another fighter you've been linked with. He's boxing Mario Barrios. What do you think to that fight? That took a lot of people by surprise.
Good fight. May the best man win.
Okay, moving on. You're boxing on May the 29th. There is a fight the week before then, Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez for the undisputed title at 140. What do you make of that fight?
I like Josh Taylor. I like Ben Davison. So I'm hoping that Josh Taylor goes in there and gets the job done.
You mentioned Ben Davison there. When would you have met him? When would you have spoken to him?
I've been knowing Ben for a while now. He had came to a gym that I was sparring at some years back. Maybe I want to say maybe a year and a half ago. And we've actually been getting some work in the gym lately. Not nothing major or nothing, but he just been showing me a few things.
Okay, and just finally, this weekend, live on DAZN around the world, Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. First off, what do you make of all of the incidents with the ring size recently? There's some controversy out in Texas.
Honestly, I really haven't even really seen like the ring situation. I heard some people talking about it, but I didn't really I'm not really sure what's going on with the ring situation. But hopefully the fight goes on. That's a huge fight for boxing, and a fight that I'm very interested in seeing, just stylistically how they match up and how Canelo can, how he'll do with Billy Joe's movement.
You mentioned kind of that style matchup. Everybody, I think that's kind of where the ring size issue is coming from. Canelo wants a nice big ring. Billy Joe wants a nice big ring. Canelo potentially doesn't want that. How do you see the fight playing out? You've got the boxer, the mover, and Billy Joe, and Canelo, the pressure fighter, coming forward.
I don't know. We just got to see. We got to see how Canelo. We've seen Canelo against movers, and we've seen how, he hasn't had much success against movers, but he's also a different Canelo now. He's also much more mature, much more better Canelo than he was when he fought Lara and he fought Floyd. So we just got to see.
Is he your pound for pound number one?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I like Crawford too. I like Crawford, but I'd have to give Canelo number one pound for pound, then Crawford.
Okay, and just finally, we've spoken about YouTube boxing. Somebody else who I know you know very well, Floyd Mayweather, returns to the ring in June against Logan Paul. I think that's going to be quite the spectacle. What do you make of that fight? Well, exhibition bout.
How many rounds is it?
I think it's 6 rounds or 8 rounds.
You got to think, Floyd is, the best of my era and of this past era, and Floyd is just Floyd. So it's not too much to expect. Floyd's gonna go in there and do what he got to do.
Any chance in hell of an upset there?
Come on now.
I'll take that as a no. Devin Haney, always a pleasure catching up with you. Nice to see you looking so well. I expect the next time I see you to have a nice full-grown beard like me, and I will catch up.
Man, you gotta give me a beard treatment, man. I know you're using a beard oil or something. You gotta send me the package, man. Amazon it to me. You got Amazon out there?
Of course, we've got Amazon out here. We live in England. We don't live in the middle of a forest.
You gotta Amazon me the beard treatment.
Okay, well, the next time I'm in Vegas, I'll sort you out.
All right, for sure.
Thanks very much, Devin.
Thank you.